Is there anything in particular you're working on that we should watch out for, that you'd like us to watch out for?
The voice change for the stand-up comedian thing. I worked on that some. I don't know if it really comes across.
Okay.
So look into that. The moments where you said to show like where I see what is in my head, what I think she's thinking, at those moments, to see if you can, if it's noticeable.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Connor?
Me, mainly just physical movements and facial expressions like last time. Like the last time we did this, so.
Okay.
Other than that, that's about it.
We're in a good spot. I feel like we're different.
Yeah, you're closer to it.
Is that, should we move the screen? Big one.
You're fine. All right, here we go. Stand by. Action.
I've been single for so long. I'm starting to have sexual fantasies about my vibrator. So what do you think works better? Sexual fantasies or sex dreams? Or wet dreams? I know, right? I think the wet dreams is a better option too. You know, but I'm worried it's not going to get a laugh because women don't have wet dreams. Per se. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Wet dreams, you're in. And you know, I have more stuff that I could add to it. You know, like I could improv a little bit more, right? I could say something like, I could improv, and I could say something like, instead of a strong, chiseled, oiled up man standing in my doorway, I have fantasies of my vibrator standing in the archway, backlit by silvery moonlight, sometimes wearing a fedora, sometimes not, and fucking me until sunrise. Was the rape too much? I don't know though. I don't think there's anything funnier than rape.
Sorry, I couldn't hear her, so.
Sorry. Is that?
Start again.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, what is the cue line?
Maybe
I don't
the
think
part
there's any-
much, and that's when I walk in.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So, make sure that's audible.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
No.
It's actually my bad. I was flubbing anyway.
Can you see Jordan?
Hmm?
Can you see Jordan
Yeah.
from where you are?
Yeah.
Jordan, would you give him a visual cue? So, what is the cue line?
Maybe the rape was a bit much.
When she says that,
Was
just
the
point to
rape too
Connor.
much? Sometimes I say that.
Okay? Jordan,
Sorry about that.
no. So Jordan's going to give you a visual cue. She's going to do this when that line has been said.
Got it.
Okay. Here we go. Stand by. Overall, I'm going to say the intimacy is it flies in the face of what he says about you in the scene, that about you being sort of loud, and that right now it sounds like you're being quiet so as not to disturb her.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's a little bit of that going on, and so that's Contrary to what the scene suggests.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Whenever you're ready.
I've been single for so long, I'm starting to have fantasies about my I've been single for so long, I've started to have sexual fantasies about my vibrator. What do you think looks better? Sexual fantasies or sex dreams? Or wet dreams? I know, right? I think wet dreams is a funnier option too. But you know what? I don't think it's, I'm worried that it's not going to get a laugh because girls don't have wet dreams, per se. Yeah, right? You know what? Fuck it. Wet dreams, you're in. And I have more stuff that I could add to it too. You know, I could elaborate even more. Like I could improv. Instead of a strong, chiseled, oiled up man throwing open my bedroom door and raping me, I have visions of my vibrator standing in the archway, backlit by silvery moonlight, sometimes wearing a fedora, sometimes not, and fucking me until sunrise. Was the rape too much? You know, but I don't think there's anything funnier than rape. I could say something like, okay, I'm in bed, dripping wet, waiting for my vibrator to come fuck me. I don't know, though. Do you think that, like, kind of takes the teeth out of it? Am I being a pussy? You know, I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm being a big, gaping, wide pussy. You know, I could add the rape element into it, you know, like in a different way. I could say, you know, I love getting fucked by my vibrator because I know it'll never rape me. Something like that. Or I could say, well, I only rape myself with my vibrator when I'm really angry at myself. Is that too much? Okay, here's a compromise. I only play out my rape fantasies with my vibrator because I know it will respect my safe word. It's still too vague. I love getting raped by my vibrator because...
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
Yes?
Could you keep it down over there?
Look,
Could you...
I didn't know someone else was in here. I'll be more quiet. Sorry. It's so fun to get raped by your vibrator because you don't have to go to the police. You can just... I don't know. It's still too much. It's so fun to get raped by your vibrator.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm being quiet.
That's not the point!
Okay, well, would you like to illuminate for me what you believe the point to be?
The point is that you're not the only person in this
I told
room.
you, I didn't know there was someone else in here.
You didn't realize someone else was in
No,
here?
I told you, I thought it was just me and my mom in here.
You didn't realize there was a 65-year-old woman fighting with every fiber of her being to combat a rapacious case of ovarian cancer in here? You didn't realize that?
Why are you talking to me like I'm some kind of fucking idiot?
Why am I talking to you like some kind of...
Fucking idiot.
Why are you acting like some kind of child?
Line.
You told me to be quiet.
You told me to be quiet, and that's what I'm doing.
Language. Language.
It's what I'm fucking doing.
Language.
What? Language?
We're in a hospital.
What are you, my fucking preschool teacher?
They're ladies present.
Yeah, I'm a fucking lady.
Oh, ha, ha.
No, you don't know. You don't even know what I look like because you're not man enough to pull aside this curtain and come over here and belittle me to my face.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
That's what are you gonna do?
I'm getting a nurse.
You're getting a nurse?
I'm getting the
What?
fuck.
I'm telling my mommy. I'm calling. So what?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh, I don't think you're sorry. I think you, my friend, are the opposite of sorry.
It's an expression.
No,
Jesus.
It's an expression that pansies use. Because when you say, I'm sorry, that's your way of saying that you think I should be sorry. You say, I'm sorry, as a passive-aggressive way to control me and to tell me what to say.
Oh, I know exactly where
No,
this is
because
going.
in your immature imagination...
Are you always like this? Do you have friends?
Oh. Line.
You can tell from the sound of my voice.
You don't even know me, but you can tell from the sound of my voice that I am a young woman.
Yep,
So,
here we go.
in your immature imagination, that gives you... I need that.
It's Connor, actually. Are you always like this? Do you have friends? Y'all
Okay.
kind of jump
We
back and
have
forth.
Why don't we back it up?
Right, so,
Come
Carly,
on,
that
we back it
signifies that you are in a position of power.
Okay, go back.
So yeah, let's take it back to, I'm gonna go get a nurse. I'm going to get a nurse.
Okay. You would still want me to sit down and then like...
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you see where that is, David?
It should be towards the
Yep.
lower end of the left side.
So what's the line?
Yep, gotcha.
What's the line that leads him to say that?
Carla would say, you're getting a nurse.
No,
I'm
before
sorry,
that.
right above that. That's what? What are you going to do?
That's
You're
it.
the
So take it
nurse.
from. That's it. That's what.
That's what?
Oh, that...
Take it from there.
Okay.
That's the okay. Ready? And whenever you're ready.
That's what?
Oh, that's it. That's it.
That's what? What are you
I'm-
going to do?
Getting a nurse.
A nurse?
Yeah, I'm getting a hospital. Let me
Are
figure
Fuck me. I'm sorry, Connor. Can
Calling
we do
my
that
mommy.
again?
Here we go. Have a seat, Connor. Let's
Oh.
try it one more time.
Sorry, Aaron.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
What? What are you going to do?
I'm getting a nurse.
You're getting a nurse?
I'm getting
Are
a
you
hot...
Oh, I'm calling my mommy. I'm telling on you.
I'm sorry. I'm
No.
sorry.
Oh, I don't think you're sorry. I think you, my friend, are the opposite of sorry.
It's an expression. Jesus.
No, it's an passive. It's an expression that pansies use. Because when you say I'm sorry, it's your way of saying that you think I should be sorry. You say I'm sorry, as a passive aggressive attempt to control me
Oh,
and
I
to
know
tell me
exactly
what to say.
where this is
You don't-
going.
No, you don't even know me. But you can tell by the sound of my voice that I am a young woman.
Yep. Here we go.
No, so in your terribly insecure
Are you
imagination,
always
it
like this? Do
signifies
you
that
have friends?
No, that you are in the position of power over me. And that it's some imagined fact that translates into your emasculated fantasy brain to carte blanche permission to fucking talk to me any way you
God,
like.
what happened to you in
No,
your miserable
so
childhood to make you become this?
Your terrifyingly immature subconscious tells you that that is the one way that you can feel powerful, and when you are in the most castrating powerlessness of your life, when your mother is over there dying of cancer, and you know what? You have no power over that.
You're a little bitch, you know that?
Cut. Okay. Go. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. So talk about it. What did you say?
I really like Connor's reactions, and especially in the beginning when like your voice went so high pitched that you're like incredulous, like you were incredulous as to like what she was saying. I thought that was really good.
Oh, thank you.
And it builds up to the end, I think.
What does it mean when they have a line and then there's a hash?
That means that's where they're overlapping.
They talk over each other, or like no matter what, they just
Copy.
So wherever that slash is, the next line begins.
Oh, it's
Gotcha.
I'm sorry I laughed.
Mama thinks you're funny.
I have a question.
because he was like, when I leaned in and said pussy, he was like, and I was trying not to laugh because his lip was just quivering. And then I said pussy again, and I thought he was gonna lose it. So.
What were you asking?
So I had a question. Just listening to it, what's your I guess your impulse or reason? Because you say that I'm sorry. You say I'm sorry 4 times, but it's like it sets of 2, and you said them the exact same way both.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
What was the? I was just curious. Was that intentional or?
It's kind of like he was in a state of like shock, so he didn't know what to do because he wanted to say something, but he didn't know what to say, so he just say I'm sorry, because he can't believe what he's hearing.
Is that what you're feeling? You're saying he, and I know we talk about this like he versus I kind of thing, but is that what you're feeling in those moments?
A little bit. I feel like I should go deeper. Okay.
What else is there? I mean, I don't know, but I think that's what we're hearing is the same thing said twice,
Right.
and I think it's a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely right. Yeah.
That's a good observation. Yeah.
Sherry, you could tell where your on-stage voice was different than your contemplation, writing, and even your conversation voice. Because you said that was one thing you were working on.
Yes, but did it come across as more of a stand-up?
Yeah, it came across as being on stage, at least to me.
Have you ever hung out with people that are brainstorming comedy?
Briefly, yes.
It's very rapid. It's sort of a whirlwind of ideas, and when you're kind of in that zone, the pauses are
Too long.
yeah. The thought pauses, the watching for a reaction pause.
I think I did it faster last time.
Yeah, and I think what that does is that undermines the energy of it. That will cinch the stand-up feel. We'll get it because this is the first time we see you, right? Mm-hmm. So we got to get everything about who you are and your energy from this opening bit here. So I think that's the answer to that. Is just if you take some of those pauses out of there or just tighten them all up a lot. And just you're on a roll here. You're right. So what is it? Monkey. Let's see. Is it Gizmo? Gizmo? No, can't use that. Gizmo. Gonzo. And it's this idea of playing with words and this sort of game that you just kind of let it.
Are you actually writing out your lines in your notebook?
No, I was actually just scribbling at that point.
Why do you ask?
Last week I was writing.
'Cause
this
you know
week
what?
I wasn't.
Along the same lines of when your thoughts are moving faster than you're able to keep track of them.
But you're actually writing something, right? You're not just going squiggles.
No, this time I was not.
Okay.
No, I was.
Do your best to write as fast as you can to keep up.
You said last time you did write, and this time you didn't. Is there a reason why you made that decision not to this time, or is it just?
No.
Okay.
I just.
I was gonna say, Carla, when you were mimicking him, I didn't see a big difference in the voices. And as a comedian, you might be able to have a lot of fun imitating him, because he is being a little bitch.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I like the inclusive moments of your mom. Those were funny and
Yeah.
felt more intimate than I can tell that you could kind of work on that. I see you, Mom.
I can't really see you guys, so I would say I just feel like overall, this is me. This scene, the volume, like the intensity could have been raised just overall. Like the moments where you were supposed to go at it, I felt like we could go at it more. But I don't know.
No. So let me ask you a question. No. What did the lower intensity do?
It lowered the stakes to me. Like I didn't feel like I wasn't able to really figure out what was the driving force in the scene. I guess I don't know how to really word it, articulate what I'm trying to say, but
So rather than
I
saying
get where you're going with it.
you could or should do,
oh, gotcha.
just say by just saying. I'm sorry to push it in this direction, but this is kind of important to the structure of the class. The observation was that this one was the stakes were low and the energy was low and yeah. I think it's a good observation, Darius. You're right. Do you feel uncomfortable? Like you reached your point where your standing frustration is happening and then it doesn't go anywhere?
I did feel one moment there, yeah.
So I think it's important that first of all that you have a magazine and not a newspaper, because the moment you just do this rumple, she can hear it. She's right there. So the moment you spread that paper out in that little harumph, it is audible. She'd know you were there.
Mm-hmm.
So a magazine is smaller and it's not likely to make that kind of noise.
Quieter.
Also, do you have a cup of coffee?
No.
I mean, I think that would be a nice thing to add to it.
Okay.
And what else have you brought in here? Anything else? So that it's not just simple as standing up with your newspaper, throwing your newspaper down. You've got some shit to collect.
Last time we had the table here, we have the tissues and the coffee.
Yeah.
And
And if you have coffee, you can rather than just depending on what you do with the newspaper, the coffee gives you another place to go for some other texture. I gotta get a break from this. I'll have a sip of coffee and just kind of get her off my mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and get the administrator. Can I see a second? Can I see you come in for a second? And can I see what it's like if you guys are yelling at one another through that screen? Facing one another, standing?
Okay.
So this is, that's what wimps say. What is it? Pansies say?
Pansies.
Pansies say.
Is that where?
Yeah, let's take it from there. So you're sitting, when he comes back over and this confrontation starts, you can stand up, and I'd like to see what it's like if the two of you are yelling at one another, almost face to face, separated by a thin sheet of this cloth, and do it downstage here. So when that happens, you're gonna come down about there. You're gonna, no, you're fine.
Oh.
You're fine. Okay. So take it from Pansy. This is what Pansy say. You're on your way out, right?
No, he's on his way out before that.
I'm a hospital administrator. Off you go.
Yeah, he says, I'm getting a nurse. And I say, you're getting a nurse? And he says, I'm getting a hospital administrator.
But he's kind of like stuttering because.
Yeah. Okay, take it from there. I'm getting a nurse.
Alright.
Hey, we have a magazine or no?
Yes.
Actually,
There we go. There is actually a New Yorker also in my office. So,
oh, right here.
and there's one there.
Not yours, but mine. Also in New Yorker.
There we go.
And
The Thanksgiving issue.
It's lovely. So start from that first line. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it.
That's what? What are you gonna do?
I'm getting a nurse.
You're getting a nurse? What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm getting a hospital.
I'm calling my mommy. I'm telling on you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't think you're sorry. You, my friend, I think you're the opposite of sorry.
It's an expression. Jesus.
No, it's an expression that pansies use. Because when you say, I'm sorry, that's your way of saying, you think I should be sorry. You say, I'm sorry, as a passive-aggressive attempt to control me
Oh, I
and
know
tell me
exactly
what to
where
say.
this is going.
Because even though you don't know me, because I'm really just a fucking plastic curtain to you, you can tell by the sound of my voice that I am a young woman.
Yup. Here we go.
No, so in your terribly
So let
insecure
me ask you.
imagination.
Good cut. When you say I know where this is going, that's your chance to walk away.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then eventually it can bring you back here. You okay, Darius?
Do you have any tissue? I'm sorry.
Anybody have any tissue for Darius? You want to run to the restroom and get some TP? Okay. Snot's a terrible thing to waste. So it gives you a chance. Okay, that's it. Or not. That's
I know
it. But
exactly
I know where this is. Oh, I know exactly where this is going. Give up on her. What can you do when you give up on her? If you don't do that in the scene, you are missing a wonderful opportunity. He can't see you. There's all kinds of shit you can be doing
That's true.
on this side of the curtain.
Do we? Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Would you feel comfortable rubbing your hands all over a hospital floor?
No.
Your magazine is on it. And your hands rub that magazine.
I'll say one of those.
No, 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 no. I think the instinct to throw that magazine down is absolutely right. I also think that this is the perfect moment when you have to walk away to realize you don't want that shit on the floor. And to pick, so here's another bit of business for you. You with me?
Kind
So it
of.
gives you a chance to pick that up there. Okay, I see where this is going. You can walk away, you can pick it up, you can put it on the chair. By then, she will have gotten around to the next couple of lines, so we can come back to this, so we can return to this. So it just gives you a place to break away, and she just kind of keeps going, you know?
Okay.
And this way it breaks it up, so you're not standing in one spot clenching your fists, because all that fist clenching is I want to do something else, I just don't know what else to
Yeah.
do. That's what that body language is.
Got it.
So a little bit more business that you have in here, give yourself things to do.
Okay.
Is your mom cold?
No.
How cold is it here in the room? So you could also adjust your mother's sort of bedclothes, you know, her blanket. You can pull it up around her over her shoulders. It's already wrapped up in this cocoon.
That'd be kind of hard.
But you know, if you just pull the blanket up over her arms, you know, that gives you a place to fidget, to futz, you know, a little bit while so you don't have to deal with her. Busy yourself helping mom out. You know, there's not a whole lot to do because she's not conscious, but you know your mom always got cold. Older people always are.
Got it. Okay.
Or they're just fashionable.
He's out, so.
So let's try that bit again. Let's see if we can find this, and then we'll run it one more time.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Exact
overall,
same spot.
yeah. Overall, I think the dynamic's working. I think it's just tweaking some blocking here so that you don't feel uncomfortable when you're standing. Because when you're standing there and you feel uncomfortable, you look uncomfortable,
Right.
and that makes us uncomfortable. So we'll just give you some shit to do.
Okay.
All right. So take it from that's it.
Whenever I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, that's it.
That's what? What are you gonna
I'm-
do?
Dating a nurse.
You're getting a nurse? What?
I'm getting.
I'm telling my mom.
So let me ask you a question. Why do you throw the magazine down?
Because at this point I'm livid.
Are you? And so what are you hoping that... So you've already said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To do what? What are you hoping she'll do as a result?
Shut up.
Okay. Does she?
No.
So then you say what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Does it work?
No.
No. And then eventually she quiets down a little bit, but then she starts bringing all these foul words in. Why do you throw the magazine down?
Because I'm pissed.
You're hoping that she will understand what?
That I've had enough.
Ah, and that should quiet her down. So you're not standing to leave the moment you throw the magazine down. Throwing the magazine down is all right.
Yeah.
And what does she say in response?
What are you gonna do?
Then get the idea of, well, what you want to know what I'm going to do? And then tell her, what are you going to do?
Get a nurse.
And that should shut her up, right?
Yeah.
And what does she say back?
You're fucking pussy. What? No. What? What do you?
Well, then you've got to. You with me? So it's sort of like I'm telling mom,
Tell my mom.
No, you're not.
I'm going to get her.
No, you're not.
Watch me.
What are you gonna do about
You know, it's that kind of escalation, you know, until you're forced, and that way you're not getting up so early. So
Yeah.
that spreads this out a little bit.
Yeah.
You with me?
I didn't know where you wanted to go with that, so.
So yeah, so it just kind of delays the getting up. You're blowing it all on the throwing down the magazine and walking out the door. It can come in multiple stages, and it escalates. Let's try that.
Okay. Sorry, Chris.
Oh no, this is the entire purpose of that magazine.
Okay, here we go. That's it.
That's it.
That's what are you gonna do?
I'm getting a nurse.
You're getting a nurse?
I'm
What?
getting a hospital.
Oh, I'm
Miss-
calling my mommy. I'm telling on you.
Sorry?
So you can turn. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry?
No, I don't think you're sorry. I think you, my friend, are the opposite of sorry.
It's an expression.
No,
Jesus.
No, it's an expression that little pansies use. Because when you say, I'm sorry, that's your way of saying you think I should be sorry. When you say, I'm sorry, it's a passive-aggressive attempt to control me and to tell me
I know
what
exactly
to do.
where this
Because
is going.
even though you don't know me, you know, I'm just a fucking plastic curtain to you, right? You can tell by the sound of my voice that I am a young woman.
Yep, here we go.
So, no, in your terribly insecure
Are
imagination...
you always like this? Do you
that-
have friends?
makes you think you are in a position of power over me. So in your imagined, emasculated brain, that gives you carte blanche permission to fucking talk to me.
God, what happened
any
in
way
your
you
physical
want
childhood
to.
to make you become this person?
So you know what? So line.
So I then think that's too much. But the first couple of things you did, that worked really well.
Okay, I did like
You
that.
look a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
It just gives you, fine. I'm just going to do my job here. I'm here to be a good son, and you're ruining this. And that gets you through most of it until the final, like, she calls you on being
Okay, I see where
powerless.
you're going with this. Okay.
And then that gets us to the end.
All right.
And that gets us to the end. Other notes? Uno mas! From the top.
Wonderful. Classics. All right, this one's gonna be better.
Oh, I have a
Oh, please.
question
Oh.
for
Sorry.
Connor.
Yes.
Is this the first time you're coming in here today
No.
to see your mom? Or like, have you already been in the room today? Is what I'm asking. I ask because I guess the real question I'm asking is if this is the first time. Like, is this an easy room? Are you completely comfortable in this room? Is this an easy room for you to enter?
I'd say so, yes.
Okay.
Are we...
What does that mean? Why do you ask that question?
Just when he came in the first time, he could have. It seemed like he could have been walking in a farm, any place.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look
Like,
around?
you knew
Is that what
exactly
you're
where to go.
asking? You didn't really kind of pan the area?
Yeah.
We're talking about emotional.
And I could have missed it because I was looking at the script in terms of taking in the surroundings and his dying mother and.
Well, let me ask this question. First time you came in this classroom, first time, did you sit where you wanted to sit?
What do you mean?
Well, there were all these chairs. There were people in here. Did you get a seat where you wanted to sit?
It was a while ago, actually, so...
Yeah. And if there had been a chair, say, over there against the door, and all of the others were full, would you have sat in that chair where it was, or would you have moved that chair to where you could have been comfortable? First day of class.
Moved it to where I could have been...
First day.
Mm.
In a space that is not yours, where you do not feel like you are at home. Versus now, you do anything. You feel at home here, I would hope. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know. So that's a big difference. When you come into a space that you're familiar with, that for the longest time, it's just been you and your mom. Right?
Right.
And then this other woman over here who's not having any visitors, presumably. Yeah? And so, put the chair over by the door. If it's, let's say it is your first time in today. How long are you going to stay? This is a great question. This is a great point.
Say for about... Like, how long do I plan on staying here?
Yeah. How long is your normal visit with mom?
About an hour or two.
Okay. So, if the chair's over by the door, the nurses have put it away to make a cloth parole. I don't know what that was. A clearer path. That's what it meant to be. A cloth purer. What the fuck is up with me tonight?
German.
So now you can come in. The nurses have moved things around. They've probably... Okay, Mrs. What's your last name?
I don't even know if I have a last name. I don't remember
Okay, Mrs. I don't know if I have a last name. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this up for you. You sleep tight, okay? We're just gonna do that so we can get that blood later, okay? And the nurses have come in and they've done this. And they moved the chair out of the way, and nothing is where you need it. So when you come in, this is your space. Because this is your time with Mom. You know how you like it. You know Mom hates this shit. Because people will tickle those. She was always afraid of that. And that is too low, and she's going to be cold. You with me?
Yeah.
So make the space your own. You live here as much as she does. How long has she been in here?
Almost a year.
No. So every day, every other day for a year, you've come in and sat for 2 hours? 3 hours?
Check up, see how she's doing.
All right. Let's try from the top. Sherry, did you move your chair farther away?
I did when I stood up.
There we go. Okay, there we go. That's all right. You can move it back when you do stand up. There we go. So that puts you back in the light, though. Here we go. Stand by. Action.
I've been single for so long, I've started to have sexual fantasies about my vibrator. What do you think works better, sexual fantasies or sex dreams? Or wet dreams? I know, right? I think wet dreams is a funnier option too, but I'm worried that it's not going to get a laugh because girls don't have wet dreams, per se. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Wet dreams. You're in. And you know what? I have more stuff. I have more stuff that I could add to it. I could even elaborate a little bit more. I could say, I could improv and say something like, instead of a strong, chiseled, oiled up man throwing open my door and raping me, I have visions of my vibrator standing in the archway, backlit by silvery moonlight, sometimes wearing a fedora, sometimes not. Fucking me until sunrise. Is rape too much? I don't know though. I don't think there's anything funnier than rape. Okay, I could say, I'm in bed, dripping wet, just waiting for my vibrator to come fuck me. So take the teeth out of it. I don't know. You know, am I just being a pussy? You know, sometimes I don't know. I'm just being a big, gaping wide pussy. You know, I could throw the rape thing in a different way. I could say, I love getting fucked by my vibrator because I know it'll always respect my safe word. Or, I only rape myself with my vibrator when I'm really angry at myself. Is that too much? Okay, here's a compromise. It's so fun to get raped by your vibrator because...
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
Yes?
Could you keep it down over there?
Look,
Please?
I didn't know anyone else was in here. I'll be more quiet. Sorry. It's so fun to get raped by your vibrator because you don't have to go to the police the next morning. You can just... It's too vague. I love to get raped by my vibrator because...
I'm sorry? I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm being quiet.
That's not the point.
Okay, would you care to illuminate for me what you believe the point to be?
The point is that you are not the only person in this room.
I told you I didn't know anyone else was in here.
You didn't realize someone else was in
no,
here?
I told you I thought it was just me and my mom.
You didn't realize there was a 65-year-old woman fighting with every fiber of her being come out of her patient's
Why
case
are
for
you
bearing
talking
cancer
to
in
me
here?
like
You didn't
this?
realize that?
No, why are you talking to me like I'm some kind of
Why am I
fucking
talking to
idiot?
you like some kind of jackass?
Why? You told me to be quiet. And that's what I'm fucking
Hey,
doing.
language.
What?
Language.
Language? What
You're
are
in a
my-
hospital.
What are you, my preschool
There are
teacher?
ladies present.
Yeah, well, I'm a fucking lady.
Oh, ha. Ha.
Look, you don't even know. Because you're not even man enough to pull aside this curtain and come around here and belittle me.
Oh,
on
that's
stage.
it. That's it.
That's what? What? What are you going to do?
Getting a nurse.
Oh, you're getting a nurse?
I'm getting a hospital.
I'm calling my mommy. I'm telling on you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? I don't think you're sorry. I think you, my friend, are the opposite of sorry.
It's an expression. Jesus.
No, it's an expression that pansies use. Because when you say, I'm sorry, that's your way of saying you think I should be sorry. You say, I'm sorry, as a passive-aggressive attempt to control me and to tell
I
me
know
what
exactly
to say.
where
No,
this is
'cause
going.
even though you don't know me, you can tell by the sound of my voice that I am a young
Yep,
woman.
here we go.
No, so in your terribly insecure imagination,
Are you
that makes
always
you think
like
that
this?
you are
Do you
in
have
a
friends?
position of power over me. So no, in that imagined fact that translates into your emasculated, immature brain to have carte blanche permission to fucking talk to me.
Dear
Anyway,
God,
you
what
want
happened
to.
to you in your miserable
No,
childhood
no,
to make
so
you
you know what?
become this person?
Your terrifyingly immature subconscious makes you think that that is the one way that you can be powerful. And when you are in the most emasculating, castrating powerlessness of your life, when you know what, your mother is over there dying of cancer and you are completely powerless over that.
You're a little bitch, you know that?
Cut. Yeah, that's much closer. Yeah.
Hey, fuck.
I think that bit of business gets you over the gap, which helps a lot. Yeah, you think? Yeah. Even fewer pauses at the beginning.
Okay.
It's just killing the momentum.
Yeah.
Right while you talk. And I think it's less a conversation with your mother than it is she's your audience.
Okay.
So if you're actually looking for her to respond, you know by now she's not. Even if you're trying to imagine it, I think it's you're talking. You know,
Yeah.
she's just there. It's like doing a comedy at a funeral home, and it's just your whole audience is just the dead people.
Yeah. And I changed a couple of things just in that, like, the way she's talking, you know, like we were talking when we were rehearsing, like, I mean, I'd say some things to my mother, but I wouldn't say that to my mother. So it was almost like she was trying to do it to see, okay, maybe if I say pussy twice, she'll, you know, open her eyes, pussy, and she didn't do it. Okay, well, I'll go back to, you know, and she keeps telling her jokes.
I don't think that's a wrong choice. I really think that it's like an anchor dragging the floor and your boat's trying to go.
Okay.
I just think it slows you.
Slows.
So if you tighten it up a little bit more, what are the lines?
Which ones?
I can't tell what I am. I can't tell if I'm a pussy or if I'm a.
Oh, am I being a pussy? You know, sometimes I can't tell if I'm just being a big, gaping wide pussy.
So so don't look so hard for the reaction. You'll see it. Ask her. Go ahead.
Am I a pussy? Am I, like, I can't tell if I'm being a big, gaping wide pussy. Oh, that's sort of sad.
And then where does it go next?
Am I being a big gaping wide pussy? She goes into
Or like,
more rape jokes. what's the
Or I
next?
could even work.
Or I can throw the
down
rape
into-
in a different way?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get an idea and it gets you out of that moment. But I think tightening up benefits enormously. The energy was 100% better. The energy was 100% better. It lifted this whole thing up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I calmed down a little bit.
we are all fucking dragging ass tonight. I get it.
Yeah.
So huzzah for us for even fucking being here. Love you all for that. I will be so glad when ODU is over so that I have my energy back for you guys on Wednesday nights. This is it. This is the last week I got to put up with this shit. 76 dragging ass motherfuckers who give a shit about anything I have to say. Having to throw tests down at them 5 pages long, then grade those bastards. Anyway, so
What is it you're doing?
it's speech and diction at ODU, so it's taking a while. So anyway, so not you guys. I love you. I never talk about you this way ever.
No.
No, I seriously don't. It's because you want to be here. The students at ODU do not. So I think this is where you need to be. I think this is a great place to be second showing, and if you guys want to do a third next week, great.
Go next
If
week.
you'd
Yeah, can we go
rather,
next week?
just to tighten it up a little bit more, we won't do a lot of comment on that because we're going to be really tight. We're starting at 6 next week. So who wants to go at 6? Show me who wants to come in at 6 to knock out a.
We can go at 6 if we need to.
Okay, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we can go at 6. Because remember, like, the showcase, I'm not going to be here. So.
Right, but you guys will be at the showcase. Okay,
When is
great.
the showcase?
It's the 19th. So it's
The 19th?
Wednesday after next.
Okay,
So that'll be, say, your third showing, let's say.
okay.
So we don't have to worry about you guys.
Oh, I don't do a third show. That will be my third show.
We'll just treat that as a third showing.
At the showcase. Oh.
Yeah, because otherwise we got to try and
I knew
squeeze
the first
Okay.
like 9 scenes,
Right.
8 and 9 scenes into next.
Okay.
I had to
That's gonna be crazy.
chill. Find
So
out.
third showing coming at 6. You get till 6:30.
Okay.
Who wants the 6:30 slot?
Yeah.
6:30. Great, third showing. Who wants the 7 o'clock slot?
Yeah, oh yeah.
7 o'clock? Great. Who wants 7:30? Great, 7:30 to 8. Who wants the 8 o'clock slot?
You wanna go again? If you wanna go last,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, that's up to you. 'cause you have
That's
to
the
go.
8 o'clock slot. Who are we missing tonight?
Lana and
Denver.
Enver, you guys are gonna go next week?
No, that's.
He's
He's
snoring.
like seriously sleeping.
As long as there's one.
He's snoring.
What was the last time slot I gave out? 8:30?
He'd ask you a question. if
No,
you're-
8. Or 8.
If you want to go next
So
week.
you'd get the 8:30. And who else are we missing? You guys have the 8:30 slot next week, Enver. You and Lana.
Perfect.
Who else are we missing? Anybody else?
Do Francis and Chris, did y'all do
Yeah, I love it.
So if we do a half-hour third showings, I guess we could start at 7.
Glad you took your time with it, you know.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow, my foot's really
So we'll go at 8.
Yes, to 9. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna hold to 8. We're gonna hold to half-hour showings.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
Maybe timekeeper.
Start at 7. We'll go in the same order. First. Who was second? Who was second?
We're
Third.
7, so we're
Third.
8 now.
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah.
So we're
We're
fourth.
going 7 now?
Yeah, it's at
Okay, got it.
5th, 6th, something like that.
Yeah, that was right.
Okay, very good.
Everything.
Super. Will we see you next week?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good.
8:30. Okay.
Flip the lights on for me, please. Great. Take care, Jenny. We'll see you next week. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Nice work tonight.